Welcome to the Do Good X podcast, a sanctuary from the entrepreneurial grind. Hosts Kimberly Danielle and Stephen Lewis, advocates for impactful entrepreneurship, guide you on the path where purpose meets business. Join us to slow down, reconnect, and explore the challenges of under-resourced entrepreneurs, uncovering the unique journey of building businesses that make a difference. Now, your hosts.
Welcome to the Do Good X podcast. My name is Stephen Lewis, and I'm a catalyst for positive change in communities and businesses. Now, for over 2 decades, I have inspired leaders and entrepreneurs to live and work on purpose with intention, faith, and a commitment to the well-being. And I am joined by my co-host, Kimberly. Hey, Kimberly.
Hi, Stephen. Always a pleasure to share this virtual space with you. I am Kimberly Danielle, and I am a community builder, a coach, and a communication strategist who comes from generations of faith-driven leaders and entrepreneurs who believe that our purpose should drive us all to contribute to the common good. Today, we are going to revisit a conversation on what makes a successful entrepreneur, not just any entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. We know that the data tells us and continues to tell us that most entrepreneurs and their businesses will not make it past year one. Specifically, only 10% will go past the first year. So what makes that 10% successful, and how do they go beyond even year 5 and 10, where those data points continue to drop? Like, it goes down, it continues to go down. So what makes them successful and also have a sustainable business, one that really lasts and continues to make an impact and continues to bring in profit at the same time? Often it comes down to mindset, adaptability, and being willing to pivot, which is huge.
Yeah, so in this episode, we look at patterns that we've seen in entrepreneurs who build thriving businesses, from the clarity that they have around the problem that they're trying to solve to their commitment to continuous learning and listening to their customer. We try to give you examples and practical insights that you can reflect on now to see if you're on the path to having a business that lasts.
Yes, because if you're starting a business, I assume you're starting it, or you want to start it with the intention that it will last. So whether you're in that stage or you're rethinking how to grow your business, there might be some tips in this episode that might resonate with you and might support your journey. So let's get started.
What we'd like to do is to share a little bit about why some entrepreneurs are successful and others are not. And then we can, talk a little bit about that. So, Kimberly, why are some social entrepreneurs successful and some are not?
So today we will specifically focus on 3 reasons in particular, that some entrepreneurs have thriving businesses, which may even potentially scale, and why some just don't stay in the game for the long haul. And the first is that, number 1, these entrepreneurs' journeys lead to success because their products and services that their business provides, they address a true need or desire for a community, and it is aligned with market fit. Stephen, you want to add a little bit about your perspective on that?
Yeah, I think it also, why they are successful is that they are either in a business that they have some knowledge of, or they have a team of people who have some knowledge in the business that they are actually going into. And so I think it's really important to have some familiarity of the business that you're trying to get into. And those who tend to have some knowledge of that usually have a leg up in terms of, what they need to navigate in order to be successful.
So the third thing is, I know that these entrepreneurs who are successful, they're agile and they know how to pivot. I was in a conversation with an entrepreneur who's been in the game for quite some time, and through her work, she also part of her work is around talking with tech founders in the field. And it was clear to both her and I that a lot of people get stuck and hung up on their own ideas out of
Mhm.
for many different reasons, but they get hung up on their own ideas, and they don't necessarily want to shift based on the feedback that they're getting, based on the times that are happening, based on what's needed in society, based on what's needed in the market. They're stuck on their idea and how it is, and they are not open to pivoting. And that really does lead to the detriment of their business. So successful businesses, successful entrepreneurs, they have the ability to pivot. They have the ability to be agile. We saw this happen during the pandemic, where a lot of entrepreneurs and businesses really had to shift their business models to sustain during that period of time. And they have pivoted and shifted since then. And if you've listened to a previous episode with founder Jay Johnson of Prep Intel and College Prep U, he chatted about pivoting his first business from a B2B business to consumer, to a business to consumer, to a B2B business to business, because that was the best model he found for his particular business and didn't require him to have feet on the ground in so many different places and spaces. And so it's really important to remain open. It's really important to be nimble and to change your business as you are hearing from your community, from your customer, from the market about what's happening and what is needed in the world and what is required. Any other things that come to mind to you, Stephen, around successful entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I think that, one other thing that I would share is that they have a business that you can actually grow and that they can actually advance. And a large part of that is, is because of the mindset that they bring, So, I mean, again, um, being able to think about how you're actually going to grow your business, how you're actually going to scale your business, that you have a good thing that you want to share with the world. You got to have the type of mentality or the kind of mindset that allows you to say, I'm not going to make any excuses about why I can't or what cannot happen or this happens to me, et cetera. And, that I'm really going to do what I need to do in order to grow and expand my business. And that ties back to what you're saying is about finding something that somebody needs and it's a real need. But then how do you actually scale that in such a way that you get it out to a wider audience? And I think, for us at Do Good X, we really kind of define this type of mindset as a no excuse mentality and a commitment to being successful in spite of obstacles and balancing hard work with self care and to go the extra mile to achieve results. And someone with, kind of a hustle mindset takes or they take or they request feedback from others to improve their business and also to overcome the obstacles so they can actually scale their business beyond their wildest imagination and limits that they may have placed upon themselves.
So these are just a few, or maybe a little bit more than a few, reasons why, from our perspective, some entrepreneurs are successful and others may not last as long in the game. But there are many more reasons that some thrive and others do not, from community to the ability to generate revenue to having a good team and so much more. And maybe we can get into some other things another time. But we hope that you keep some of these points the top of mind as you continue to navigate your entrepreneurial journey and really think about what is needed to set a strong foundation for you, for your team, for your business, and for the legacy that we hope that you create and the impact that we hope you make through your business. And if you
Indeed.
are an entrepreneur on this journey, we hope you have enjoyed this short conversation today and heard something valuable for your path. And if you are exploring social entrepreneurship in particular, but you haven't yet committed to the world of entrepreneurship, we do have something for you. Check out our self-paced built for this course to determine if you are ready for the journey and to set yourself up to win. Go to dogoodx.org to find this course and other business tools, tips, and resources. We hope you join us again. And until next time, be well and do good.
Thank you for listening to the Do Good X podcast. To continue the conversation or access our resources, visit www.dogoodx.org. Join us again for conversations that will nourish your soul, ignite your dreams, and empower you to build an impactful business, one intentional step at a time. Until then, keep striving, thriving, and doing good.